So Google Sheets is of course a spreadsheet program that's great for collecting and calculating all sorts of different data, but what it can also do actually is allow you to incorporate images into this, and in fact even Google Drawings, which can be a really handy option. So let's take a look at what that would look like here. If I'm in a spreadsheet and I want to say add some text here, or if this was some student data of some kind, I've got a name there for a kid and possibly some marks or something in there. Um, then, one of the other things I could maybe do is include a profile pic. We'll call that pic. And what I can do is actually come over to my insert menu, come down to image, and I get two choices here. So the first one, of course, is image in a cell. I click on that guy, and I'll go to my drive where I do have a pictures folder. I tend to keep just all sorts of random things in here. Let me just grab him. Insert. And that image is now dropped right into that cell. So it has to resize itself to fit that cell. If I wanted to see that a little bit bigger, I would actually have to drag the row size and make the row bigger in order for that to be a little more visible. Now, if I just hit undo for a moment, make that tiny again, the other option that I have in that same sort of series of steps is going to be insert, image, and then image over cells. So this one, I can grab that. I'll grab the same image again, actually. So recent. See if he pops up for me. No, because I haven't worked with it recently. So I'll just grab from my pictures folder again. Scroll right back down and grab that one. And insert. So this time, it comes in at its full size. And I can drag that and I can start moving it around. And I can start adjusting its size and putting it wherever I want. But in this way, it's not connected to, say, this row of data in any way. It's just floating there. So if I had a reason to put in some kind of image that was related to my data, that would make a lot of sense, and I could just put that in and, as I said, place it anywhere you want, really. The other option that you do have that can be really powerful, actually, is the insert drawing feature. So this is utilizing Google Drawings, which of course is a separate program within Drive, but you also have it incorporated directly into Google Docs, and in this case Google Sheets. So when I do click on Google Drawing here, it's going to pop up a little canvas for me to start working in. And from here, I can go ahead and insert an image again if I wanted to. If I want to stick with the theme here, I'll go ahead and go to Drive, and once again find my pictures. Oh, pictures. Scroll on down, and I should be able to again find that same image. There we go. Select. So that will actually come right into my drawing space here. But now that means I can go ahead and double click if I needed to possibly crop parts of this, maybe chop it down a little bit. And then the extra powerful part, of course, is the ability to add text and arrows and lines and all kinds of things. So I can grab a text box here, and I could put that down at the bottom, throw in name. I've got my regular tools here. If I hit the three dots for editing any kind of text, if I want to maybe center that, make it bold. Perfect. And I can also use shapes. So I've got all my shapes here, and shapes will allow you to put text in them as well. So I could have come here, grabbed my rounded rectangle, rounded corners on him, double click, and put the name in there if I wanted to. Same idea. Formatting tools exist in there as well. So let's make him red and bold just to make it a little different. So the reason that this can be really, really handy is, of course, that option to add text means that if you're providing a spreadsheet to somebody and you want to provide a bunch of instructions, you can do that too. So maybe I don't need a picture. I'll just hit delete, and I'll bring in a text box. And then I can just fill that up with all sorts of instructions about whatever it is I need the students to know about. And when I do that, I just bring all these pieces together here. Even got these little red guidelines showing up to help me snap it into place. And eventually, if I've got everything sorted out exactly the way I wanted to, and I've included all the little shapes and instructions and things that I want them to understand, I can go ahead and say save and close. That's going to drop into my spreadsheet here as sort of a group of images. They're not individual things anymore. I can't click here and start editing that text at all, but I can grab the corner and shrink it and resize it and place it wherever I need to. So this is great for tutorials and handouts and worksheet type stuff where you can provide instructions about what you want somebody to do on that spreadsheet without, say, having to leave, little sidebar comments or anything, or typing onto the actual data and messing with that. So you can add pics in a cell, on top of cells, or you can use the whole Google Drawings feature and take it a whole lot farther using all sorts of shapes and objects and texts and, of course, pictures. So very, very handy option there to be able to go ahead and add all that extra visual information into what might otherwise be a really boring spreadsheet full of data.